Jim was a poor young boy who lived alone in a small wooden hut at the edge of the village. He was only 11 years old, and he had lost his parents when he was very young. Since then, he had learned to depend on himself. Every morning, he walked through the streets with a small box and a brush, cleaning people's shoes to earn a few coins. Even with all his hard work, Jim could barely buy enough food to survive. Most days, he went to bed hungry. One freezing winter night, the wind was blowing strongly, and the sky was dark. Jim sat alone in his tiny room, shivering from the cold. He had managed to buy only a single small piece of bread for dinner. He placed it carefully on his old wooden table and was about to take his first bite. Suddenly, he heard a soft knock on the door. Tap, tap. Jim hesitated for a moment, then slowly opened the door. In front of him stood an old lady with a bent back and trembling hands. Her clothes were torn, her face was pale, and her eyes looked tired and hungry. She whispered in a weak voice, "My boy, do you have anything for an old woman to eat?" "I haven't eaten all day." Jim looked down at the one piece of bread he had. It was all he owned, and he didn't know when he could afford more food. But when he saw the old lady's shaking hands and sad eyes, his heart filled with compassion. Without thinking twice, he picked up the bread and gently placed it in her hands. "Please take it," Jim said softly. "You need it more than I do." The woman stared at him with surprise and deep gratitude. A warm smile slowly spread across her face as she whispered, "Thank you, kind boy." She turned to walk away into the cold night, but after just a few steps, something incredible happened. A bright golden light surrounded her, and she slowly transformed into a beautiful shining angel. Her weak voice became strong and gentle. "Jim," the angel said, "your kindness has touched my heart. You gave away the only food you had, expecting nothing in return. Goodness like yours must be rewarded." With a wave of her glowing hand, the angel filled Jim's small hut with baskets of fresh food, warm clothes, and shining gold coins. Jim couldn't believe his eyes. Tears of joy ran down his cheeks. From that day on, Jim never went hungry again. But more importantly, he learned that a single act of kindness can change a life forever.